I am now going to introduce Samuel Johnson, Senior Class Vice President, to introduce our guest speaker.
Hi guys. About 5 months ago, we began looking for a guest speaker. As I talked with the rest of the council, we knew we had a tough task in front of us. We wanted someone who was inspiring, motivating, passionate, dedicated, successful, and lastly, a leader. Well, I'm happy to tell you that this year's guest speaker embodies all of these qualities. Growing up in New England, Governor Lynch has always strived for excellence both in and out of the classroom. In 1974, he received his undergraduate degree from the University of New Hampshire. He later received his MBA at the prestigious Harvard Business School. He then finished his schooling at Georgetown University, graduating with a doctorate of law. His time before his position as governor of New Hampshire included work as the director of admissions at Harvard Business School, president and CEO of Knoll Incorporated, president of the Lynch Group, president of the UNH Alumni Association, and chairman of the University System of New Hampshire Board of Trustees. As president of Knoll Corporation, he brought a struggling company to a prospering multi-million-dollar corporation. His success is paramount, let alone his tenure as governor. In 2004, he was elected as the 80th governor of New Hampshire. His work ethic and leadership won him the votes of the majority of New Hampshire citizens, and he has since been reelected 4 times to office. During his time in office, he has helped bring more jobs to New Hampshire, supported the growth of small businesses, worked to bring New Hampshire on par with the Renewable Energy Act, and helped more teenagers graduate from high school. So, without further ado, it is my honor and great pleasure to present to you this year's guest speaker, the Governor of New Hampshire, Mr. John Lynch.
Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much, and good evening, everybody. Want to say hello to the administrators, the teachers, parents, family, and friends, and of course, the great class of 2011. Congratulations to you all. It's really an honor for me to be here. It's such an important moment in your lives, as you know, in the lives of your family and friends. And it really means a lot to me that you asked me to share this special occasion with all of you. Winnicott, as you may know, is a Native American word for beautiful place in the pines. And it was the original name of the town of Hampton. But given all the state titles won around here lately, I think Winnicott should translate to Titletown, New Hampshire. The girls' basketball team's winning streak is now, I believe, 70 games, and having won 5 state titles. The field hockey team won their state championship this year. And I know that excellence is displayed not just on the courts or the athletic fields, but all throughout Winnicott High School. Whether you come from Seabrook or Northampton, Hampton or Hampton Falls, you've all come together here at Winnicott. This is a wonderful school with very many proud traditions that you've been part of for the last 4 years. And now you all are ready to take the next step. Many of you will go on to college. Others, as we know, will go off to the military, and some of you will enter the workforce directly. And you've reached this significant milestone through hard work, determination, and maybe just a little bit of luck. Now, it's customary for a speaker who is delivering a commencement address to delve into the world of literature or philosophy and attempt to find that profound quote and from that impart some advice or life lessons. A commencement speaker traditionally chooses a line from Shakespeare, a passage from Thoreau or Whitman or Frost, as a vehicle to dispense some sort of meaningful wisdom that the speaker has the audacity to believe that you will carry with you the rest of your lives. Well, I have found a great quote, which I believe is quite profound. The quote is, "With great power comes great responsibility." Any of you know where that quote is from? Those are the words Uncle Ben uttered to Peter Parker in Spider-Man. Now, that does not mean I want you all to go out and get bit by a radioactive spider. And I do not expect you to climb buildings wearing a fancy spandex suit. I don't want to read about that in the newspaper tomorrow. Uncle Ben made that comment to a young man struggling to figure out why he had been given such great power. Now, while these words did not come from a philosophical giant, it doesn't make the sentiment any less meaningful. Think about it. With great power comes great responsibility. All of you graduating today will have the opportunity, the power, to change your world and to make a positive impact on the lives of others. Winnicott High School has developed in every single one of you the power and the opportunity to be successful. And it's up to you to use that power and exercise the responsibility that comes with it. You all have the power to achieve great things, but no one is successful by accident. It takes work, it takes commitment to a goal, and it takes a dedication to people and to the community around you. It also takes teamwork. That's because in this world, we rarely accomplish anything on our own. Real accomplishments are done as a team, like winning the Stanley Cup. And wasn't it great to see the Bruins bring the cup home for the first time in nearly 40 years? Now, I have a secret to tell you. Haven't told anybody this, but I do have a call into Cam Neely, who's the president of the Bruins, and I'm going to ask Cam Neely to bring the Stanley Cup to New Hampshire, and if he does, you're all invited. Now, speaking of hockey, you may have seen the film. It's one of my favorite films, Miracle. Miracle on Ice, which epitomizes teamwork. For those of you who haven't seen the film, it tells a real-life story of the 1980 USA men's Olympic hockey team. Now, none of you were even born at the time, but in 1980, America wasn't feeling very good about itself. This is really an interesting story. A revolution in Iran sparked the energy crisis, which forced long lines at the gas stations. It was not uncommon to wait 3 and 4 hours to fill up the car with gas, if you could even find a gas station that was open at the time. During the Iranian Revolution, 52 US diplomats were taken hostage, further straining relationships between our countries. Also, the Soviet Union invasion of Afghanistan abruptly ended a period of relaxing tensions between the US and the Soviets. The Cold War between the two nations immediately intensified. National morale here in our country was as low as it ever had been. And then along came this team of college kids, hockey players, thrown together from the frozen rinks of the Midwest and the Northeast. The players came from varied backgrounds, and some were bitter rivals at the college level. For the most part, these young hockey players were unknown to each other and unknown to the nation. And yet, in a few months, they were asked to perform at the highest level, in front of a home crowd and against insurmountable odds. They were forced to leave their families so they could train together, live together, and learn to function as a team. They were not given much of a chance in the Olympics, as other nations fielded teams that were much older, stronger, and more professional. In Team USA, this group of college hockey players were given absolutely no shot against the Soviet team, a team that was considered a professional team and had recently beaten a collection of National Hockey League All-Stars. Leading up to the Olympics, the Soviet team humiliated Team USA in an exhibition game. So Team USA could easily have given up because nobody really expected much from them. But they didn't give up. And at the Olympics, the stage was set for these two cultural and political opposites to meet at a time when this nation was looking for something to lift it up. We were looking for a miracle. To be successful, Team USA had to put differences aside, forget about egos, fears would have to be set aside, as they focused on a goal they had set for themselves to win a gold medal. They approached the goal with dedication, with perseverance and commitment. They put the success of the team ahead of their own personal glory. Because they trained and they believed in the concept of a team, Team USA won the gold medal, and they shocked the world. And it served as a rallying cry for our entire nation at that time. In fact, we got our miracle. And it never could have been accomplished without teamwork and perseverance. Teamwork is a powerful thing, as many of you have witnessed watching the girls' basketball team and the field hockey team. And along the way, Team USA also learned about humility. Yes, they were humiliated the first time they played the Soviets, and it was a setback, but they didn't quit, and they could have quit. They believed in themselves, and they believed in the team. I'm sure someday you will all experience some disappointment and some failure. Trust me, it happens to all of us. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Are we going to quit, or are we going to persevere? Things always don't come easy. It takes work and it takes perseverance. And when you face failure, you have to pick yourself up, dust off your uniform, and keep on going. Even Spider-Man didn't become a hero simply because he had been bitten by a radioactive spider. He had to learn how to use his powers, and he used them for greater good, not for individual wealth or fame. Occasionally, even Spider-Man failed, and he contemplated giving up, but he didn't. And Spider-Man couldn't do it alone. He needed the help of friends and family, team effort to be successful. Metaphorically speaking, you all have already been bitten by a spider. You have had excellent educational opportunities here at Winnicott, and you have worked to take advantage of them. And many more opportunities will present themselves in your future, more than you can even imagine. So if you dedicate yourself to seizing these opportunities, work hard, work as a team, take risks, and stay focused on your goals, then you will be truly successful. And remember, with success comes a commitment to humanity. With power comes a commitment to others. So even if you don't have the ability to shoot webs from your wrists, and you probably never will, you all have the power and the ability to change your world by sharing yourself and your talents and making a commitment to others. This is an exciting time in your life. The opportunities that lie before you are many. Your powers to change your world will continue to evolve. And now is the time to nurture those powers as you begin to make your mark on others. I wish you all the very best of luck. I know that there's a little bit of Spider-Man in each of you. And I know that you will use your own great power to create your own miracles. Thanks again for inviting me, and congratulations to the class of 2011. Thank you very much.